Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's scoot on over and read the inspiration for the day. Let's see what we got. No problem can be solved from the same consciousness that created it. Albert Einstein. I love that. That's beautiful. We don't have many left, you guys. I'm really going to have to figure something out here. Okay, let's see what I'm up to today. This is one of those little treasure chest molds. I've seen several people create in these, and here's the little hardware that came with it. I have seen so many problems people have had with creating them, and it kind of put me off in doing my own. But I thought it's time to go ahead and dive in and do this cute little treasure chest. I want to do some fall looking colors. So I'm going to choose these right here out of this Let's Resin set. You only need a small amount of these because they're highly concentrated. We're going to use some of this holographic glitter too. These are the colors I chose. Brown, red, orange, and white. And I think those might look really good together. Okay, I have these right here that we're going to make a mold of because those little crystal balls you see there, I want those to be the feet on the bottom of our treasure chest. And these other little gems here, I just threw those in to see if I could get, that same look that you see. It appears to be like a crystal. So I wanted to see if it would give me that same look in a mold. Now I got those little crystal balls off of this little dog right here. See, his little ear broke and it kept on breaking. And it just got to the point where it didn't look good anymore. I've glued it and glued it. So I beat the feet off and they snapped off really clean. So I thought, well, my goodness, I could use those, So we're going to make a mold out of them and see if they'll look really cute as feet on the bottom of our treasure chest. Okay, I have this silicone cup here, and what we're going to do is take this alcohol here, and I'm going to pour it in each piece of my mold to tell me just how much resin I'm going to need to mix up for all of these pieces to the mold. So I filled the bottom part of the chest up, and I'm going to pour it in my cup. And then here's the top part of the chest. So I'm going to fill it up with alcohol and pour it in my measuring cup. And then these are the smaller pieces. This one will be kind of hard, but we'll get close. That's for sure. And then this one's really going to be hard to get the alcohol in, but we'll just, put a little bit in there and that'll get us surely close enough. Now here's my measuring cup, so I'm going to see what it's giving me 80 milliliters. So that's what we're going to mix up is 80 milliliters. And if I need any more, then we'll mix up some more. But we're just going to start with that. Okay, I'm going to set my cups out here. And I sped this up just a little bit so we can move through this mixing process of all the colors. I'm going to drop some of that holographic glitter into this cup. And I just want a little bit in here because we're going to do the hinges in that. So I only need a little bit. And I'm going to drop a few drops of resin in those holes so that I don't get any bubbles in there, because we need those to be able to snap into the other hinges on the other side. So I spritzed a little alcohol in the mold And now we're going to go ahead and top the mold off with this gold holographic glitter. It's beautiful. And there it is. Now let's go ahead and prep our colors. We're going to take a toothpick and dip it in the white and then twirl it around in my cup, and then I'm going to toss the toothpick and go ahead and finish mixing that up. It doesn't take much of this stuff because it's highly concentrated, so you only need a very small amount. So I take the toothpick and dip it in the bottle and then put it in my cup and twirl it around and try to get all of the colorant off of it. And then I toss the toothpick and then go ahead and finish stirring it up in my cup. And I think these are some really pretty fall colors that I chose. This is the red. And it's really like a, kind of like a deep burgundy, I would say. No, I'm sorry. That was the brown I mixed up before this one. This is the red right here. But it's still a burgundy color to me. And the brown really doesn't look, you know, that brown. It's a really pretty color. But it's a shade of brown. But it's, you know, like I said, it's a really beautiful color. And I've never used these colors together before in this color combination. So I'm hoping we'll get a pretty fall treasure chest out of this. And I'm just going to pour a little bit. And then I'm going to use my heat gun and go ahead and heat the resin up and pop any bubbles. And hopefully I won't get any trapped down there in the bottom. I've never poured in this mold before. This is new to me. I put all my colors in my split cup here so that I could pour them all at once. And I think it's, you know, it turns out beautiful that way. And I'm going to use this and go down there because the white didn't mix up really good. So I just kind of scooted it around just a little bit with my stick here. And just moved that white around a little bit better inside of there. Now I'm going to spritz this with some alcohol. And I'm going to go ahead and pour. And then I'm going to stop a minute. Use my heat gun. Heat the resin up and pop any surface bubbles. I'm trying to make sure I don't get any trapped on the edges or in any of the corners. I'm going to spray a little bit more alcohol, and then I'm going to try to move this tool around in there to make sure there's not any bubbles wedged down in there on the sides. And then we'll go ahead and finish pouring this. And I've heard you don't want to overfill this mold. So that'll probably be perfect right there. But we're going to have to make up a little bit more resin because we didn't quite have enough for the other piece over there that goes on the side of the chest. Okay, so I mixed up a little bit more resin, and I just added a little bit of the glitter that we had left over from the feet into the chest and the top of the chest here. And then I'm just going to pop any surface bubbles. Spray a little alcohol. Okay, and now here's the resin that I went and mixed up right quick a little bit more so we could finish off the mold. I would rather go mix up a little bit more resin than have a lot left over, you know. And I'm not going to put it in the split cup, so I'm just going to add it all to this cup right here and pour it. And then I'm going to add a little bit of that holographic glitter to this piece. And then I'm going to spread it around in there. And use my heat gun. Spray a little bit of alcohol on all the pieces. Okay, now let's go ahead and mix up our silicone. I'm going to use the Let's Resin silicone. It is the 15A. And we're going to go ahead and pour in one of these cups on my scales here. And it went to 33. So I'm going to take that cup off, put my new cup up there, and pour part B. We went a little bit over, so I'm just going to dip some of it out and see where I'm at on my scales. I always over pour on that sometimes. Every now and again I can get it right on the money. Okay, now we're going to add part A and part B to this other cup here. And then we're going to stir it. I'm just making sure I get all of that silicone out of the cups that I can. And now I'm going to get my timer and set it for 3 minutes, and I'm going to stir very slowly until I get my silicone stirred up. And making sure that I get the sides of the cup and the bottom of the cup really well. Now we're back. It's been 3 minutes. Man, that was a fast 3 minutes. It was 3 minutes for me, but like seconds for you all. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pour into my little dish here that I have my pieces into. And I'm pouring from high up so that the bubbles will pop when they hit the dish. And it will keep the bubbles to a minimum. And I make sure I pour in one area and I don't move all around the dish. I'm just pouring in one spot, and I'll let the silicone move around and cover my pieces. And now we're going to set it to cure. Now all of our pieces to our chest are ready to demold, so let's go ahead and see what we got. This is my favorite time. Okay, that looks pretty. But you're going to be seeing this piece right here will be facing you. This will be facing you. And that will be up against the side of the chest. And now let's see what this piece turned out like. Oh, it's beautiful. I like it. What do you guys think? Do y'all think that's some pretty fall colors? I like how it done right there. That looks pretty cool. And I love the holographic glitter in there, but a lot of it settled right here in the bottom. But there's plenty of it that dispersed throughout the piece that looks beautiful. And let's go ahead and demold our hinges. And I'm probably not going to be any different. This chest is probably going to give me plenty of problems. And it does. And this piece right here is kind of tough to get out. I'm trying to pull it away so I can get that suction released off of it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just keep peeling it down. And there we go. Now I'm going to turn my mold back the right way. I'm looking at it to make sure. I couldn't figure out what was going on there for a minute. Okay, let's take a look at the top of our chest. It looks pretty. I think it turned out really cute. But we're going to decorate it up, because you know me, I've just got to decorate everything up. I got to do the most with it, y'all. Oh yeah, this chest is going to give me trouble. And that goes on there right like that. So I think we'll probably go ahead and start off by gluing that on there and letting that dry. These treasure chests are too stinking cute, you guys. Someone has got to figure out how to get them to open and close a lot better than the way they were designed. Because the way they're designed is just terrible. And I'm just putting the hinges back here, kind of seeing how they're going to go. Okay, we're going to take my Gorilla Glue here. And we're going to go ahead and drop some glue in on this side piece here. And go ahead and glue that on. Because that's going to be easy. We'll start with the easy stuff and work our way to the hard stuff. Or the challenging stuff. And that fits on there nicely. And I'm just going to set it right there on its side and let it dry. And I sprayed those with some alcohol, and I'm going to go and clean up that excess glue that seeped out of there when I placed it on the side of the chest. So I'm just going to clean that up and make that look nice. I don't want any glue showing on it. Okay, I'm almost finished cleaning this up. Now, I'm sorry, excuse me. Let's demold our pieces that we made with the silicone. I'm going to use this tool here and try to get me a little area where I can go ahead and pull this out. I got it out. Okay, now let's see what we got. I'm going to pull that transfer tape off that I put on there. And some of it got underneath there, not much, but some did. So I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to trim it off right quick. And I sped this part up just so you wouldn't just have to sit there and watch me clean it up. But I didn't want to not put that in the video either, because, you know, it may happen to someone else and they'll know that it's okay to trim it off. Excuse me. Okay, now I've brought the video back to real time, and let's go ahead and pull these out. Okay, there's one of the little crystal balls, And it looks really crystal looking in there. So it looks like it took really well. Now let's see what these look like. I pulled the tape off. Okay, it's you know, it looks just like the little gems here. See, when I move it around, it looks just like the gems do. It doesn't have that real sparkly crystal look to it, but it's still pretty. They still turned out pretty. Now the glass feet, they do have the crystal look to those, but these little gems, they really don't. But they did take very well. I do like them a lot. And I think this is our last little crystal ball. Nope, we got one more in there. They're kind of hard to see. Oh, there's still another one left. My goodness. And another one. Can I count today? Okay, I am certain there's nothing left in this mold. I'm pretty sure we got everything out. Okay, I'm eager to cast in there. Let's put these on the bottom and kind of see what they're going to look like. I think they're going to be so cute as an addition onto the bottom of our little treasure chest here. What do you guys think? I thought we would do our little feet in the holographic glitter that we put around in our chest. So I found this stuff right here. It is some of the, it's iron-on trim. And I love getting rolls of these from Hobby Lobby because they look so beautiful to decorate any kind of piece up. And they're so easy to cut and get just the right amount that you want to use. So I put it on the little raised area on top of the chest, and it fits perfect on there with 3 lines. So I've cut it to fit right there on that little raised part on top of the chest here. See, right like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I sped this part up right here. I'm going to go ahead and measure that one from the other one I cut and cut it the same length. And then I'm going to cut off some of it to make it fit perfectly on top of the chest. Right like that. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that is pretty? I think it just decorates this tray up so beautiful. Let's take one strip of the decorative trim and put it right here on the outside of the treasure chest. And I'm going to cut it to fit it on there. Right like that. And then let's put this other piece over here. And I'm going to cut it to fit. I need to cut a little bit more off of it. And there we go. I think that's a beautiful. Okay, now I've got some resin here, and I put some of the, let's put some of the holographic glitter in here. And we're going to go ahead and cast in our new mold that we just made for the feet for our treasure chest. So I'm just going to stir that up. Isn't that beautiful? That is so, I mean, I love this glitter. One of my subscribers told me about it. I I'm pretty sure I got the right glitter. But I got like 8 different bags of it. And they're beautiful colors. And I got them from Temu. But I was surprised at how much glitter I really got. It was a pretty good bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make all 5 of the feet. Just in case we might use one of the other ones for something. Because I don't think I'm going to put 5 feet on the bottom. Let's just do 4. But we did make 5 of them. So I think I might go ahead and make 5 of them. Now I'm just going to use my heat gun, pop any surface bubbles. Okay, now let's go ahead and take this glue and glue on our decorative trim that we cut. And it's really easy to lay it down. It will pretty much go right where you put it. And it stays there because it's iron-on trim. So the back of it's kind of a little bit sticky. So it will set right where you put it and it won't move. That's what makes it so easy to work with. And now let's go ahead and put this piece on. And I'm just going to push it and move it around till I get it on there perfect. And that looks so pretty. Now we're going to try to get this hardware on here. And I went ahead and made my little dots on here as to where I was going to place the hardware. So that's how I know where I'm going to screw them in at. I put both pieces on the chest and I held it there and I made some dots to show me where to screw them in at. Now I'm going to take these screws and dip them in glue. So that way they'll stay in where I put them at. And it's kind of hard to get them started. But when you do, you know, you're in there like swimwear. You just got to get them started. And it's not easy. It's not. I mean, I could see myself making a lot of these and making them so cute, but I'm telling you, there would have to be some other way to do it other than this way, because it's just, this is terrible how they made the hinges for this thing. So right now I'm trying to glue the hinges on, because you're supposed to be able to glue one end of the hinge, but the other side of the hinge is supposed to be able to still be able to move, if that makes sense. And it's not easy. It's not easy. So I'm going to go ahead and put the hinges on and glue them. Let's go ahead and demold our feet right quick, and then we'll go get back to the hinges. I needed to take a break. It was getting on my nerves, y'all. I done these in like a clear so we could look at the kind of the crystal look that we got from those little gems. And I think they turned out pretty good. What do y'all think? That'd be a nice addition to something. Now let's check our little feet out. They turned out so pretty. And now look, these will look so much more like sparkly if I would have done them clear. but I didn't want to do them clear because I wanted them to match our chest. So I went ahead and done them in the holographic glitter. But I bet they would be so beautiful in like clear resin with just a little bit of glitter. Maybe some flowers, like one flower sitting in them, would be very pretty. Okay, and there's all of our feet. I have one of the little feet left. And I thought about putting it there, but then I decided against it, so I didn't add it there. But I think those are going to look really cute on the bottom of our treasure chest. What do y'all think? So cute. If we can just get the top on here. I'm going to even that out so that when we glue these, they'll be able to dry, our little feet. But where I put that part of the lock that goes on the treasure chest, it's keeping the bottom from being level. So I propped it up with some popsicle sticks. And I'm just going to clean off these feet where I over poured on them with the resin, so they'll lay down flat on our box. And I just used my scissors and trim it up because it's not that much excess on there. And I'm just going to go around and trim each one of them up. Okay, now let's get back to these hinges, y'all. Now, I'm going to try to put some of this glue on each side of the treasure chest on the top. Then we're going to see the hinges. I left one of them, you know, the other side dried that we put on. So now this is the other side that I left where they were able to move. See, they're still moving. So now we're going to glue the part that's moving to the top of the treasure chest. Now, I need to find something to put in there to give it some pressure to make sure that it glues. So, I took a rubber band, put it around the chest, and I poked these sticks in there to get the hinges to lay up against there and glue. So now let's go ahead and take our little feet here and glue them onto the chest so that everything can dry together. And hopefully when we come back, our box will open and close. I'm going to scoot that over just a little bit, just a hair. There we go. I need to get some more glue. I'm almost out. I tell you, I use this glue for everything. Has anybody tried the Let's Resin bonding? They have like a UV bonding resin. Has anyone used that? I'm curious about it. I think I might order some and see if I like it. Like for something like this, I wonder if it would be really good for stuff like this. I don't know. If anybody's used it, let me know. Okay, we're back. Now let's pull those sticks out and take the... I'm going to cut the rubber band off because I don't want to pull on it and maybe knock something off. Okay. Everything looks good on the outside. Our feet look really cute. Cross your fingers, you guys. Here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's unlock the box. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no. It didn't work. That did not work, you guys. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and casted 2 more of the hinges that had the holes in them. And we're going to try to do this another way. I have 4 of them like this that have the holes in them. I didn't use the other ones. So we're going to take one of the hinges and we're going to put some UV resin on it. And then we're going to put it right here on the box. And I need to make sure I get it just right on there. I want the hole facing outward from in the back of the box. Right like that. And then I'm going to take this stick here and hold it, try to hold it up until I get it to where the light will cure it up a little bit to where I can move the stick. Right like that. And I'm going to hold it there until I'm able to let go. I'm going to see, okay, now I can get out of there and I'm going to let it cure. Now I'm back and there it is. It's cured. Now let's get another one and put it on the opposite side of the chest. I'm going to put some I'm using the J. Diction high viscosity UV resin. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to hold it up with that stick. Get my light. And get it cured just enough to where I can move the stick. Okay, now we're back. I've got both of those on there. Okay, now let's work on these 2 to put them on the top of the box. So I'm going to take a look at right where I need to put them on there. Oh goodness, this thing is giving me a run for my money, y'all. Okay, I think we need to put it right about there. But our holes need to match up for my idea. So I'm going to put some of the UV resin on here. And I'm going to clean that up a little bit because I don't want it on the front or the back. I'm going to turn my light on so I can grab it real fast. Hold it there. Let me move that out of the way. And then I'm going to hold it there until I'm able to let go. And hopefully my glove won't be glued to it. Okay. Now, I'm going to let that cure. Okay, we're back. Let's take a look at it. It's a little lopsided. We're going to have to redo that one. But I'm just going to take a look at it right quick and see if I am on the right track. And it looks like I'm on the right track here, you guys. Okay. Let's get the other one, and I'm going to glue it first, and then I'm going to redo that one over there on that side because it's crooked. Hopefully I can get it off of there. I'm sure I can because I haven't let them sit under the light for too long, because I wanted to make sure they're right where I want them before I let them really, really cure. Okay, I think I'm able to let go. Now I'm going to let it sit under there and cure for a little bit. Now we're back, and let's check it and see. And I fixed that other one so it's not lopsided. It looks like it's on there pretty good. I cured it, both pieces, for even longer to make sure that they are on there really good. Now let's see if this is going to work. Now this is not going to be like a perfect fix, but I'm definitely on to the right track here, you guys. I'm going to work on this piece a little bit more and try to figure something out a little bit better that'll work. But everything's looking good so far. And I'm going to take this piece right here that I cut off of my wire, and I'm going to slide it through those holes. And then I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to bend it backwards so that it can't come out of there. Right like that. And I'm going to bend this one. And then I'm going to work on this chest a little bit more so I can figure out something a little bit better than this. But I'm definitely on the right track here, I think. I'm just pulling that in a little bit more. Now let's open it up and see if it works. Look at that. There we go. Okay, I'm on the right track here, you guys. I just got to figure out something that looks a little bit better in the back. But I'll work on that, and then we'll do another box together. So, what do you guys think? Do you think it looks okay? I'm telling you, man, this thing gave me a run for my money, y'all. I wanted to throw it up against the wall a few times. Well, we have reached the end, my friends. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.